Okay, Charlie Kirk just got shot. Yeah, I'm just recording something for my YouTube.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I'm doing a little YouTube vlog.
What the heck is that?
It's like a video blog. I think I'm gonna be playing my open mic tonight, which I signed up for an open mic earlier today. It's the very last one that was available. It's like at 11:30 to 11:15. 15-minute set. I practiced. I've like an hour and 40 minutes of material ready to go, so shouldn't be a problem. But I haven't ever really performed anything live in a solo context, so not sure how I feel. And looking back on the videos, not like the demos, not sure how I feel about them. They're off. It's off. I know it's off. Bear with me. And even the produced stuff that I made, it's off. I know that it's off. I'm doing this alone. I'm trying desperately to make my vision work, and you know what? I'm not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good, and I will be obsessed with this and be crazy and work on it over and over and over until I have something good, because I know I have something here. I know I have something real. Can't stay too long because I have to go get my stuff, my amp and my guitar and my cables. Then I gotta go to the open mic stuff because I want to see other people perform. I don't want to be a total asshole. I at least want to catch most of it. It'd be a nice thing to do, and it might be a good vibe. And oh yeah, Papa, you know what? The gumbo, it's not worth it. Dad, thanks for texting me back, but Papa, the gumbo's not worth it. Got very transphobic texts. Starting off the conversation with just a grenade, and then I put my foot down, and then all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. No, I'm putting my foot down, and I do have a modicum of self-respect. And I do have a sharp wit, and I'm not afraid to use it. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I have been trying really hard to reconnect with family, but I can't just do that by putting up with shit, more and more shit, because then, they're not really connecting with me. They're connecting with a version of me that I am presenting in order to desperately cling to an idea of love and an idea of acceptance. But it'll never be enough. When you do that, you have to stand on your shit, stand your ground, and move in the direction of love. And sometimes that takes you into interesting places, like having a interesting take on the death of Charlie Kirk, which I will not share on YouTube. I'm not gonna record too much on here though. Gotta get going. Dayspring Dreamers, things are getting interesting. I did the open mic. It was good. I had a good time. I think I made some friends, and I think I performed okay. It was at least low stakes enough that I didn't fall into a pit of shame immediately afterwards. But I think it was good enough for it. But I'd like to get more live experience for sure. I did talk to some of the people afterwards about the shooting of Charlie Kirk, and I think I changed some minds. Whatever position, I'll leave that up to your imagination, YouTube fans. But if you want to check out my opinion, it's on my TikTok. Same name, Eliza Faust, Lizzie Lone Star. Look it up. I don't think my opinion is cruel, but it is definitely to the left. Honestly, though, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, and it's... I think you can get that read on me, even if you're not a long-time viewer. Well, Dayspring fans, there is some explaining to do. My last video, I ended it with me on the floor, and kind of in tears, talking about baby fawns. And now I'm here in the apartment, even though I had gotten dumped. What has transpired? And also, the last clip, you dated it at a date much earlier than the day that you posted it. So what have you been up to? You said you've been editing it? Well, not really. I haven't really been editing it. I've been saying I've been editing it, and I've been saying I'd have more ideas for it, or I just need to film one more clip to tie it all up, to make it make sense, to make the story make sense. But I'm done trying to put my own story onto whatever it is that is happening. I'm gonna let God lead this ship, okay? Because there's no way I can predict what will happen and what directions we will go. That's the thing about the Dayspring. This is just a camera into my life. This isn't going to change it, I don't think. Or if it will, it's not going to be by my sheer power of will and drive. I'm not myself when I'm in that state. I'm a Dionysian creature at my core, I think. But what have I been up to? Well, I've been saying that, and then realized that I had caught COVID, and that was the disease that's been going around. I got COVID. Still kind of feel it, and I don't know if COVID, there's some things that it has done. I feel like I got long COVID, which is, such an embarrassing thing for a bisexual to say, because, I feel like people just expect me to say it and to be wrong about it, so I feel bad, but I legitimately think it's what's happening to me. I got COVID. I took a test. It was COVID. And it felt like COVID, and it hurt. I was not a fan. That's the thing. COVID does not feel good to have. Eliza went woke. Yes, I did. Always have been. Always been trying to be, I guess. But anyways, the open mic went well. I want to do more open mics. And I think to myself, if I were to get shot like Charlie Kirk in the neck, I think I'd be okay with that, because I'd be dying for something that's actually, real. That would actually be actual martyrdom, death for an actual divinity, rather than your stupid little fascist trip. Not a fan of Charlie Kirk. Longtime viewers know that I have a martyr complex. It's come up in the vlogs before. I'm not saying that I want it to happen, honestly. I don't think it should happen. But an honest assessment of American culture right now, in Texas, living in Texas, I don't know. I feel the danger all around me all the time, and it's hard not to, at least think about it a lot. And whenever you are thinking about it, really the only conclusion that I can draw is the death of, of martyrdom. Like it would, how that would be the final revenge of it. I don't want it to happen, but yeah, looking at the culture around, this shit's happening. But it's not like violence against me is anything new. Violence against me is not new, so if something like that were to happen, like it's happened to so many trans women, I don't know what I would think. I wouldn't be thinking anything if they got the job done. I'm gonna be going to a club, or I guess this one's a rave. I'm not sure, but I was gonna be going to a club. Now I think I'm going to a rave. Again, I can't really, I know the difference, but conversationally I slip up. I'm sure you can be sympathetic. Anyways, this is the look, I guess. I have trouble with makeup, but I wanted to do something kind of gothic, but still had me. You know, it's still me. You know, true glamour comes from tilting the light towards the authenticity. So I think that you can still do kind of a glam goth type thing. You know, if that points to a real gothicness. But, you know, you have the bits of glamour. You have the bits of glitz and glamour. But enough of me being obnoxious. Shout out. Saint Jude, patron saint of lost causes. I have 2 of those. One I found at Walmart, which is that one, and the other one I found in this parking lot when I was really going through it, and it just like stayed there. And I've lost it so many times, like me being an asshole abandoning it in all these different locations, but it's just always there. The patron saint of lost causes. I think I put it in the laundry machine once. Thank you, St. Jude. Looking over me. I'll tell you that much right now. And Lord knows I need it. Blessed are the meek, blessed are the persecuted. And God, I feel that with this Charlie Kirk shit. Don't judge me for how I reacted. I didn't pull the fucking trigger. And you know, it was like this wasn't one of us, I think. That's what people are saying. Like, it's like this like right-wing guy. So that's how it appears. That's what people are saying at this moment in time, I guess. I'm not super educated on the discourse. I don't really care that much. The hammer's gonna fall on us no matter what. It was always gonna fall on us. Like, the last little bit that I've been doing, this whole thing, is just me, you know, kind of just fucking around until I die, because it seems inevitable. Like, it's always inevitable, but now it seems more so. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make that the most impactful, most virtuous way out possible, because it feels like it's just gonna happen. I'd love if it doesn't. I don't want to die for an ideal, though. I don't want to die for like a cause, no matter how just. I want to die for truth, rather than an ideal. I want to die for truth. That's how your death truly becomes ascendant. This is so macabre. Well. Hello, Dayspring Dreamers. It's Saturday. I had a lot of fun. I was out till like 5 a.m. and I went ahead and just got my shot done when I was all tired and stuff. And yeah, then I went to bed. And I woke up. Very interesting stuff. I love this vlog format. See, this is why I kind of went on a hiatus. Is just because every time I turn on this camera, I'm struck by the banality of it all. But anyways, to go create your own meaning, I guess. I've been doing the Trans Pride Fest stuff. I've been responding to messages, and I have been flyering all outside. I went outside, put up my flyers. I shamed this gay guy, because I'm not even going to get into that. But, shaming this gay guy. I was having to vibe check him as the femme queen of Texas and all. But yeah, I just flyered around, and then I got a call from my friend, and he said that he would print out some more posters, like 40 more, which was like 4 times the amount that I started with, and meet me at the town square. I'm sorry, my mouth is smacking. I think, confession, I had a bit of weed. I had a bit of a shower beer. Because I was out in the hot Texas sun for like 5.5 hours. I think that's totally fine. But I'm going to get some water and I'll be back. I really like just like doing one of these. It makes me feel like a Dracula or something. You know what I mean? Like, my friend was gonna come by with the posters, but, you know, I had to wait around for a bit. So I went, got 2 energy drinks, sat down at some of the tables outside with the umbrellas because it was really hot and it was right in a gust of wind. And they were playing all this, like, like very, very groovy, like more like old town, like boogie music. And I don't know, I just enjoyed that boogie music, and I enjoyed that cool wind, and I drank an energy drink and got ready to drink another one when two people that I knew from high school sat down next to me, and they're like, "Oh, hey," and I just was had a conversation with them, and it was pretty good. The dynamic's funny. I was kind of, I was kind of sparkling. I let my wit go really fast and fly, and that's maybe a defense mechanism or something. But like, good time. One person used an expletive. I'll call him Mr. S. I apologize for how unhinged I've been in like the last couple videos. It's just hard to talk to a camera. I swear I'm a normal person. It's just hard to speak to a camera, and I lose my train of thought a lot. I don't have a script. I'm not insane. This is just a hard medium to communicate through. I don't know if I told you, but my grandfather went no contact with me because I was too witty, I guess. I don't know if I told you this, though. He just followed me on Substack, which, yeah, I got an email that you followed me on Substack. Substack is primarily an email-based platform. What are you doing? But either I'm that skilled a writer, or he's trying to keep tabs on me somehow, which is weird because I make content on here, which I know he watches. I know you're watching this right now, Wesley. Don't think you're slick. Don't think you're slick. Anyways, I went to another open mic at Dan Silverleaf. This time I did get a picture to prove it. I'm gonna put it right here. I had a lot of fun. The picture was taken by this date who met me there. And yeah, so I got Dracula'd. And hung out there for a couple days. And now I'm back here. Was hanging out with friends earlier. Now I'm alone, hanging out. Been practicing a lot. I want to perform a lot. I was gonna go to an open mic yesterday, but like I was signed up and everything. But I was eating some macaroni and cheese, and this is embarrassing, but I was eating some macaroni and cheese, and I inhaled one of the noodles. Just one. It wasn't big, but even a little bit of an inhalation can cause some real damage. And I was trying to cough it up really hard, and I was a little bit high, and I was afraid, like, oh my goodness, there's cheese there, it's gonna get bacteria, it's gonna kill me, I need to get this out. And I've already had a bit of a cough for a while, so now I'm back on it. I don't know if this is more of my long COVID symptoms, but for a while I thought of going there and singing just like through the hole in the macaroni, but I was off. I was out of that. I couldn't do it. It sounded terrible. I was gonna do it though. I was gonna do it, and you better believe I was gonna try. That's a Lone Star guarantee. I don't know where the path takes me from here. I know something important's gonna come up though. Something has to. Because the way I live my life is not sustainable. So something has to change. So I'm just waiting for that next narrative beat, and then I'll keep you updated. I'm running out of money. I need to find a job, or more accurately, a way to make income. If I can just find a way to make money, I don't care if someone says it's not a real job or not. I would prefer to have not a real job. No one wants a real job. Jobs suck. If I can live without one, I will. But I'm in this bubble, and I'm hoping that there's a way to be in here all the time and sustain myself like this all the time. I'm not sure if there is, but I'll do my best to figure out how. I want to tell you more about the album cover. I'm going to tell you more about the album cover. Just give me one goddamn second. So you know how I've had my obsession with ceiling fans and like that for the album covers for Dayspring? You can look back, that's always been like a thing for me. It's always been a thing. I think it's just so cool to have like the ceiling fan as an album cover, because like you're laying on the floor looking up at the ceiling fan listening to music. It's ubiquitous, but it's like so striking, the ceiling fan. It's like kind of off-putting how it has like a different number of lights than it does blades, and like there are subtle differences between the ceiling fans that people never really pay any attention to, but I just think is so fascinating. If you know me, you know I have a thing for ceiling fans. I saw this fan that I was really struck by while I was at that one gas station putting up flyers and getting the energy drinks, which those things have bankrupted me. But I saw this fan and I asked, hey, can I take a picture of that? And I leaned down and took a picture of it, and it was beautiful. And it didn't have the lights in the center, and I think that's better for it just to be a single thing, because then it's less. It is a ceiling fan, but it's less ceiling fan. Here is like the latest iteration, and I want to walk you through this. Day Spring. I'm just gonna have my name, my cursive, like down there, and I'm gonna have like these like flower petals, kind of, also kind of a star, but it's gonna be like made through the impression of like the dust on like the ceiling. It's gonna be like, and it's gonna be like in a fractal pattern, and also I want that to be kind of what spells out Day Spring in my name, because I saw that coming down from acid, haven't gotten caught this time, waiting in my younger brother's room, looking at his ceiling fan, because I didn't have a ceiling fan. I would look at other people's ceiling fans. So I was looking up at his ceiling fan and seeing all the light, and just waiting for my dad to call me in and talk to me, because I was high on acid and in trouble. As you know, Day Spring is going to be a double album, so I want to use this album to demonstrate Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. There's the cover page, and then like this back page, which is on this panel, and then there is like kind of an artsy fartsy panel, and it has like, right, like little map pencil drawings and like lyrics. I want to do my like drawings like kind of Andy Warhol pop art style stuff, and that's also going to be the sticker sheet paying homage to the Velvet Underground, like the main thing. Awesome. I think that's awesome. That's so inspired. I think that's so cool. I would love to do that. And for like the text itself, I want it to be kind of like in the way that Reader's Digest books were in the 40s, like late 40s, like maybe veering into early 50s, but mainly like late 40s, like 47 or so. Could like allow me to get creative with the like the pop art without it being like super derivative of Andy Warhol. It like adds in like new levels of character, new levels of identity in there. And that's just for like the inside. I want to tell you about the other panels, because there are two more unaccounted for, and a gimmick. And you're going to love the gimmick. So you know I'm going to have this as like the album cover, kind of. It's really abstracted. It's hard to draw. It's hard to draw. On this, you can't really see, but it's going to be, in the centered, there's going to be a window. And on all edges of it are going to be the window sill. And it's going to have like, the window itself is going to be looking into pitch black. So you can't see anything there, which is intentional. And on coming off of the windowsill, almost like a shrine, there are going to be like flowers and stuff, and like other hidden like little symbols in there, but like mostly flowers coming out in a very like, almost like bright neon type of coloring. And there's going to be like a black border around here, and on each side, like facing like between here and here, the text is going to be facing like up. So like in this way, it'd be facing like that, like that, like that. In between song titles, there are going to be little dots. That way it kind of is like it's all getting like sucked in. On like this very back panel, it's going to be like on a tile floor, or maybe like a hardwood floor, or maybe a carpet, like a stained carpet. That's not important. What is that there's gonna be like a rug here, which I already have the rug. It's circular, which is gonna mimic, and it's black with flowers, like a pitch black with flowers, neon flowers. Paying homage. kind of, less so for this one, but kind of, but paint homage, cohesive. And it's going to have like a mannequin, which is going to come up later in later albums in my work, hopefully, if I continue that idea, or I'll just kill it. But there's going to be a mannequin laying on the carpet, looking up. And what this will do is having this with like the trifold design. This is the fan, this is the window, this is the person on the floor. And I'm going to ship it with 2 like sticks that look like columns, maybe? That's the idea. And it's going to create the room with the window, which notably can be directed from any side, and it looks upright because of the way I designed this panel. And it's gonna just like, for display. That's just the coolest shit in the world to me. On the vinyl itself, I'm gonna be doing stuff. And also, on these vinyl sleeves, I'm gonna be doing something kind of to pay homage to Sgt. Pepper's, how it has like the red like waves, and then like this palm trees type shit, like, or like red waves. Yeah, I'm gonna do shit like that. I don't know what exactly, but it's gonna be shit like that. On this side, each side is gonna have a different color, like red, like a sharp red, and like green, and they're gonna be like the same tone of like kind of neon-ish, not like quite neon, but like a very saturated, deep color, which mimics that of. I bought this sheet of acid once when I was like 17, and they were like pitch black with like those deep, rich colors, and it was like Fear and Loathing, I think, the design, but I'll get back to that later. And I'm going to have like little like ceiling fan like things, and so that way when it spins, you looking at it are seeing the ceiling fan spin, but like then you're like looking above, and it's like this, it's a little mind fuck. And for if I ever do like a special edition, just because it would be more expensive for this to produce, but something to bring in interest, I would have it like animated like a rotoscope. I don't know if you've seen videos of that, but it's pretty cool. One more thing. Instead of putting a poster in there, I'm gonna have a sheet of blotter paper, perforated, yeah. And going down it, it's gonna be, you know, just like a total black sheet, except for little like not quite neon, but those deep, rich colors, and it's gonna be like stars that are this inverted, but they're the ceiling fans, just like really abstracted, just like line art, and the lines are in those colors, and it's like stacked just to where you can get as many as possible, and then yeah, people can put whatever they want on that. Not encouraging anyone to do anything like that. I think that would be really cool. I've had that idea forever. I think it like people, if it's not illegal to do, which it shouldn't be because it's just paper for me to sell, I think that that's just like awesome. I think people should do that. Anyways, still haven't gotten a job, and I haven't really looked. I'm done with this country. I'm done with this world. All I really exist to do is my art, and even if I never fulfill it, I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and it seems to be the solution to my existential crisis. That, like, I could die at any moment. I'm tranny on the run, it feels like. And, you know what, I put that into my art. That's all I know how to do with my emotions, really. I'm learning how to, connect with people again, and that's hard. But I'll see you later. This seems like a solution to me. It's fun. It's what I want to be doing. If I die doing this, I'll become like a martyr for an ideal. I don't want to be a martyr for the ideal of art, but you can't really choose what you're martyred for.